About 900 years ago, a caveman named Galacnur, he invented the first computer, obviously, and he used Windows 1. It wasn't fast, it wasn't good. And he was debating with his tribe, should we upgrade these components every couple years or just wait like 10 years and then buy a whole new PC? Let's talk.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I've been having fun making these PC videos because you're the experts. I'm the moron here, and it's fun getting your input on the wacky things I plan on upgrading. And I get a bunch of tips. It's like, what are you doing? Don't get that. Like, your motherboard's gonna fry. So I did the dumbest thing known to mankind, and that was buy a video card before CES, when all the new cards were announced and then all the prices are supposed to drop. I'm that guy. I'm the dummy with the AMD 7900 XTX, which has been fantastic. Just a side rant on you NVIDIA fanboy girl bitches. What is wrong with you? You saw the video I made where I cannot even stress this card to 12% of its potential, and you're like, you made the dumbest mistake, bro. You should have got NVIDIA. Are you that dumb? Like, it's so good that I can't even handle giving it tasks. It does my laundry faster than I could even pee my pants. It's a good card. Although I've been noticing some things, please tell me down below if it's my card now, but all of a sudden, when I'm in Affinity Photo making a thumbnail, and I drag a slider to put stroke around the text, it's slow, and then it doesn't show up for a while. I'm like, what's going on? That never used to happen on my old card. And also, when I'm skipping ahead in Pot Player, it's just like, it's not smooth, something's off. AMD, you suck. But whatever, we live with it. So here's the things that I've done. This new card, obviously, my computer now is so capable, it's hard to even fathom I would need an upgrade in the next 10 years. But I needed a USB-C port, so I do some research. I buy this super fast card. It's a Gen 2x2 card with 2 USB-C ports, 3 USB-A, and I was like, fantastic. I'll just plug that in, because I had an old card that was slower with just USB, so I replaced that, and then I'm like, oh, the pins are longer. It's longer ass pins. They're not the same pins. So I have this like tiny PCI slot. It's like this big if it was a foot. And then I get this new card, I'm like, that doesn't fit. So I had to go up a notch. I realized, I peeked under the hood, and there's another longer PCI slot under my video card, but now that's installed blocking like one of the fans. It's very close. Let me know if that's a problem, but it looks like a problem, but whatever. I got fans. Speaking of fans, I noticed that the guy who built my computer did not plug in the top fans. They weren't even plugged in. I was looking under, I was like, because I just watched this airflow masterclass where you want 2 sucking in from the front. The 2 on top, for my case at least, should be blowing down. So they're both intaking and then removing out the back. And I was like, that sounds good. What are mine doing? They're not even on. They weren't even plugged in. So I plugged it in. I felt so proud. I went into the BIOS. I was tweaking stuff. I put it on max. I'm like, oh, they're working. Then I had to unscrew them. He had them reversed, sucking out. What are you doing? All the air that you're sucking in, friendly air to cool, gets sucked out before it cools the thing you wanted to cool, the CPU and your GPU. And so now when I listen to my computer, the loudest fan is that CPU fan. I just have the stock cooler. I did buy the Arctic Freezer 36, but it was making some noise, like metal was hitting. It was like an intermittent ding, 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 ding. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, it was clearly defective. It was brand new. I don't know what happened to that, so I've done some research. I do believe we can all agree that the Peerless Assassin is the legend of our time. It's the Blackmagic OG of the camera world. It's good, it's cheap. Let's just do it. So I'm gonna order that, but I don't wanna go through the hassle of putting that on my bullshit CPU, the 3600X. So I've been debating with my terrible motherboard, B450 no, not M, scratch that, Aorus Elite. It can handle up to a 5950X. I'm not sure if it can handle it safely. I've heard a lot of debates, but apparently the B450M cannot handle it, but this is not that. It's the B450, so it might, let me know. So I'm debating between that or the 5900X, which is slightly worse, but much cheaper. I saw it for $269, but it was sold out. It was probably never in stock, it was a lie. Whereas like, I've seen $458 for the 5950X. So it's like, 450 versus like 360. So let me know what you would pick. Is the 5950X really worth? I have watched some reviews and apparently it's not much better. It's like 1% better. But just knowing that you have some extra cores, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. 16 versus 12. But the price is quite different. It's like maybe 150 Canadian more for that top end one, but it's the max you can get. It's the best you could do. And that would feel cool to have that. Then we're done for 10 years, guaranteed. Then I'm happy. Not like inside, just like my PC will work. I will be miserable continuously. So once I have a quieter CPU fan, and it will be faster for not too much more money, I would see like this is a fantastic PC. The only issue I'm having is my USB-C port is in the back, and my SD card cord is about that long, longer than my, and so when I'm done filming this video on the Nikon Z6 III with a 40mm 22, I would have to take the SD card out, reach behind, and like do all this fiddly stuff, whereas I was researching, and so I bought this super fast cable. It was a USB 4 cable, capable of twice the speeds of my PCI thing, 40 gigabits per second, gigabits. And so I plug it in, and it's throttling. Instead of a steady, high-paced 500 megabytes per second, it was like, we're doing good. Nothing at all, 0 bytes per second. We're going to work again. I had a lunch break, sorry about that. I don't want to do anything for a little while. Is that okay with you? Okay, let's go back to work. It took forever. One little cord, not worth my time. That would have been so nice. It would have been right here in front of me, but so I have to reach around. So what I want to know from you dateless nerds, should I return my 7900 XTX? Are the problems I'm facing some kind of driver issue and it's not even speaking to my computer? Like just weird delays in Affinity and Pot Player, and like it's not even accurate anymore. It's not displaying the colors of my actual video. Something's off for sure. So like I still have a return window here, and then like 4090 or something. I'm not getting a 5090, you're wacky. This thing's gonna be like $8,000 Canadian. So no. And then CPU, is the 5950X worth it over the 5900X? Do you have another idea? Just throwing that out there. And the Peerless Assassin, obviously. You could get the Noctua, I was gonna do it, the D15. But like it seems like this is as good for cheaper, way cheaper. And then my video card will likely blow up with that PCI slot blocking the fan, but that's okay. My cable management is top-notch perfection. That power supply is amazing, but it huffs and puffs as I'm rendering the video. And lastly, thank you so much to the absolute geek in the comments who hasn't seen a woman in at least 15 years who told me that you could turn smart access memory on in the AMD and it like superpowers your stuff. So I researched it. My motherboard was not capable of it, but for some reason it worked anyway. So I turned on the things and then smart access, it's enabled. And then I rendered a video and I was blown away. Like it was usually doing like 10% GPU, everything maxed to 100%. The video was done in 2 minutes. I was like, holy shit, that's a superpower. So hot damn, AMD is good sometimes. And of course there will still be comments saying, you should have went Mac Mini. Are you even in the same room as the conversation here? Like I have a beast of a freak thing more capable than any Mac M6 Max Ultra could do in the future. Like we're not even comparing apples to dicks over here. Like what are you doing here? It's not even better than my old machine that I've already upgraded to. Something way beyond what any Mac could ever lick off your shoe. You're a baby. You're a sheep that follows people off of cliffs without a parachute, and then someone shaves you at the bottom and takes your wool. That's what you are, Mac sheep. You have nothing that I desire, only silence, and I desire it mightily. I'm actually rerouting my whole life to acquire it, but you suck, and I'm better than you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your tips down below. Good conversation we had today. Thumb it up. Bitcoin's up that way. Huh? No. Nikon. No. Subscribe for my channel.